Hi everybody, welcome to Champagne Shutter Photography. It's very likely your first time here and you've probably come across this perhaps through Googling or researching for Howsham Hall as a wedding venue. That's where I'm heading today. You may or may not already know that it's in the Greater York area. It sits on the A64 between York and Malton. Not terribly far from Castle Howard, really. I'm not going to whitter on in the car to you. I'd rather explore it when we get there. I don't want to go on about listing the dozen bedrooms and things like that now, or evening capacities indoors of 150 guests and marquees of 250. We'll come to those details and the unveiling of a new or newly renovated evening space for weddings, I've been told. Howsham, if you don't already know, is a Grade 1 listed Jacobean manor with an incredible bridal suite that spans the whole width of the frontage of the house. So I'm very excited to explore that and get that photographed and documented for you today. I will look forward to exploring the details with you when we get there. So we're here at the front of Howsham Hall. If you're not familiar exactly with where Howsham is geographically, if you're familiar with York and you're on the A64, you've headed in a northeasterly direction on the A64 probably for about 10 to 15 miles before you've turned off to the right toward Howsham. You've not by that point reached where you would come off for Castle Howard if you're familiar, and Malton would be a little bit further on. As you can see, it's got this gloriously beautiful frontage in any light, which would make for the most brilliant backdrops for your wedding photography. It also boasts Grade 1 listed status. It's a Jacobean manor. As you can see, this broad frontage, when you get inside, you've got options. You've got the Great Hall for your wedding ceremony itself, which we'll explore later. You've also got the drawing room for wedding breakfast. Wedding breakfasts inside of up to 96 guests can be accommodated. Once you combine the drawing room for wedding breakfast and the Great Hall where the ceremony was for an indoor evening reception, you're looking at a capacity of up to 150 guests. If you've got guest numbers in mind that exceed that, you would have the option of having a marquee on the grounds for up to 250 guests, which of course is a brilliant option, but I think you'll be wanting to be inside by the time you've seen how gorgeous everything is in there. We are just on the banks of the River Derwent, so there's a riverside terrace at the back of the property which we'll explore later, and we're sitting on 80 acres of grounds. In terms of accommodation, you've got 12 rooms or suites inclusive of the bridal suite, and you will be absolutely stunned by the bridal suite. It runs the full width of the building on that second floor above there, which we will explore shortly. So the Great Hall here is actually a potential option for your ceremony space during the day before potentially being transformed to being shared with the drawing room for an evening reception. And you've got this neutral grey here that could go with any real colour scheme. So the drawing room at Howsham boasts a capacity of up to 96 for your wedding breakfast. Once this is combined with the Great Hall next door, your evening reception can go up to 150 guests. That during the daytime would be the setting for your ceremony, and you'll notice the really beautiful use of neutral greys means that you've got no end of options for whatever floral colour scheme and decor you have in mind. At risk of repeating myself, the bridal suite here at Howsham runs the whole span of the frontage of the building, the entire width. So you do get a separate dressing room here with lots of fun little details. This way takes you to the bathroom, which I'll take you to a little later, but the main feature suite doesn't do this justice in terms of the sheer lounge space that you have for your bridal party on your wedding morning. This beautiful stone bay, I think, is a particular feature that would be absolutely brilliant for bridal preparation. In terms of photography, the light flooding in through these windows, whatever the weather is doing on your day, as well as the brilliant positioning of this mirror here. We can do some fun portraiture in the mirror itself, whereby I'm actually behind you and you're in soft focus, and the focus is on your face reflected in the mirror, and because of the angle I won't be here, so where this lovely lady is standing here, we could have working over your shoulder in soft focus, and then actually have you reflected in the mirror whilst I'm sort of taking an angle like this, whereby I'm not obviously featuring in it. We could do some other backlit things using this bay as well.
I woke up in the middle of the night.
So here's the grandeur of your bridal bedroom. If you're making a 2-night stay, sorry grooms, you're going to have to only benefit from this on the night of. I'm sure there'll be lots of debauchery and partying the night before, getting ready with the ladies. And there are loads of beautiful art details here as well. Some absolutely stunning bits of sculpture of really different eras and styles. And I absolutely adore the way that the window light plays with the colour of stonework in this bathroom. Now, I will be, pretty much insisting, injuries at willing, that we get some sort of fun bridal prep picture with this bathtub, without any risk of turning the beautiful waterfall tap on, of course. Maybe I'm thinking a fun reclining shot. I'm actually thinking from an angle over here, not necessarily of you in terms of your face, but I might actually have you in your dress a little bit off the shoulder or whatever really, whereby our bride is reclining so that her head and shoulders are at this end. I might then have the sweep of your skirt up so that you're actually placing your shoes and feet here on the far lip. I think that could be really elegant in terms of whatever light is coming in through the windows in this beautiful area.
And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me. I couldn't see what you saw in me. Ooh, na na na. But you showed me how to believe.
So many of the rooms in the house have these brilliant original large sash windows. I've not got my filter on at the minute, so they're getting a little bit blown out with seating in them. But here, the Howard room features a 4-poster bed and, as you'll see shortly, a freestanding bath.
Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah, I will love you for it all. It is hard to share my thoughts. Ooh.
The Kirkham room offers another 4-poster option.
It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart.
And the most gorgeous freestanding bathtub, but then I say gorgeous and stunning a lot because I'm a sucker for them.
Just give me some time, 'cause I need to know that you're staying. When I look back, I can see
I think this might be one of my favourite rooms. I don't know whether it's the sculpture or the wood panelling, but there's something extremely tranquil about this particular room. Most of the room names here, as you'll have noted, are areas or places: Pickering, Hovingham, Malton, etc.
to step in, and I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all.
This brings us to the rooms around the courtyard. Here we've got the Helmsley suite, which features, I think, a double that can be shifted into a twin, and also has a further adjoining room featuring a couple of twin beds. There are loads of interesting features at Howsham, such as this side table with the lamp on it that is made out to look like the spines of books from the side, and then with a leather top. So you might make use of the Helmsley suite as potentially your groom and groomsman preparation area. You can see it's got this, if I get myself out of the way out of that reflection, it's got some of this 50s style noir photography that looks fantastic. It's a bit more of a masculine vibe. Has a games table in the suite here, and we're not very far from the end of the house whereby there's the billiard room as well, so you could make for some masculine areas in terms of wedding photography in that regard too. So as we move further around the courtyard, we're moving toward the bar and dancing area. So you have some of these suites. Here we've got the Welburn with a further four-poster of a slightly more contemporary style. Some of these are getting toward being essentially over the party area for the evening too. The Molten Room again features a double that I think splits into a twin. There are a couple that do. Please don't quote me on details like that. Of course, it's not my place to clarify details that the staff at Howsham will be able to do for you. But this room also includes, within the same room, a couple of separate single beds should you have a family with younger children or teens wanting to stay on site too. The Derwent suite features a twin bed setup too. The Pickering suite has something of a darker vibe. Again with these classic Hollywood noir style photographs on the walls. So here we've got the bar area, which leads on to the entertainment and dancing space beyond, but also out onto the riverside terrace, where you've got outdoor seating. And again, I should pop my filter on that I came in with. It's at the other side of the building now, so I'll be lazy. And overlooks the River Derwent just beyond.
Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. Cause you know the world is beautiful.
So you've got the billiard room here, which can of course be used for evening entertainment, but also is quite a masculine space that we might, for your groomsmen, use for preparation, portraits, perhaps the groom and his groomsmen at the far end from here, while the balls before they're broken are in that formation. It's a lovely symmetrical shot, and if we then zoom in and do other things with it, we could get a moody black and white of you staring down toward the camera for the Omega Watch shot or the clone shot, whatever you will.